Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, guys. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a like, leave me a comment, and share it with somebody who might get something out of it. Other than that, guys, we're going to talk about the importance of maintaining a positive outlook because life happens, right? And today was one of those days. I actually had a great morning. I went in for my ultrasound for my surgical follow up because they were concerned I might have had a hernia, and I didn't. The ultrasound went fantastic, so I was hugely happy about that. And honestly, it was because the concern was because I'd gone back to the gym after 1 week instead of waiting, the required. Well, I still not gonna wait the required time, but I went a little bit early when I still wasn't ready. And fantastic. I do not have a hernia. I'm thrilled with that. And actually, I've been back to the gym for a couple days now and getting back into it, and I feel amazing, and that's great. And but beyond that, with business picking up and things expanding, and then I had a couple people that were just being a real pain in my ass today. So I noticed it was like a spiritual test for me today. It was going to see how many people could come at me all day long and not ruin my mood. So that's what I did, guys. Now, in the past, I would have been throwing stuff, screaming, yelling, going off on people. And today, I looked at it that way, and I said, you know what, this is just a test to see if they can knock me off my game, and I'm not going to let somebody do that. And the reason I say that, guys, is because what happens is, all of a sudden come the end of the day, and I think I give everything to being in alignment and just, holding myself, my feet to the fire and being the best I can. Because I didn't let it get me down, I didn't let it get off my game, I ended up having a fantastic day, and literally I just got 3 phone calls offering me a couple of huge, really good paying jobs that, again, I probably wouldn't have answered the phone if I was all frustrated and I had let people get to me. And it was a beautiful chance for me to hold my boundaries. One of them was somebody from my former life who apparently was having car issues, and he called me this morning and asked me to look at their vehicle, and I said, yep, that's no problem, I can meet you at the garage. And they called me at 9 o'clock. They'd called me yesterday and asked me about this, and they called me at 9 o'clock this morning, and they were already blitzed, like just wrecked. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I won't. I will help anybody out, particularly if they're trying to get themselves out. But knowing full well where I'm at, what I've done, what I've come through, and where I'm at today, you are not going to come hang out at my garage, do drugs and drink while I fix your vehicle and drive me crazy. Like, no, that's absolutely disrespectful. That is trying to cross my boundaries. I've made that perfectly clear to everybody. I don't care. I don't condone what you do. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm better than you now because I don't. But I won't be around it. I'm certainly not going to allow it into my environment. And then the same person ended up blowing up my phone because apparently it had broken down because I was in my doctor's office. I couldn't answer the phone, and they're just calling repeatedly. The guy was literally too high to text me. And I'm like, text me. I can't answer the phone, and I'm getting these half cryptic texts. Truck broke down, or broke down you, and you know what? It's fine. I walked away, and I haven't heard from him since. I don't know if he's in trouble. I don't know if he got arrested. Don't know. But you know what? It's not my problem today, guys, because I've made every attempt to help in that situation, and I'm not going to be the one to come and rescue. And I'm not going to let that derail my day, and I'm not going to let it throw me off my game. And now I've got other customers calling me all day, offering me emergency work tomorrow that would have gone to him, but he's nowhere to be found on answering his phone. And I'm like, I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to do a thing. But, guys, the difference today is the fact that I get up in the morning and I pray and I meditate. I go to bed meditating every night. I listen to nothing but positive affirmation, things that expand my knowledge, my spiritual wisdom, things that remind me constantly that my attitude determines my reality. And I don't let other people detract from my reality today by letting them own my mood. Like, I love my life. There's no reason for me to ever be upset other than all of a sudden I'm getting inundated by scammers. And again, it's my own fault because I've opened the door and I tried to help out. It's a fine line trying to help addicts, active addicts getting into recovery. So I go out and I donate some of my time and I talk to people. And every so often they'll come up with a new way to come at you, and they'll convince you that they want your help and they want you to get them a bed in rehab. And then the second you start to help out, they're just trying to come at you. And I got no problem with it. I have no problem standing up and saying no. I can see it coming a mile away. But a couple of them just were just absolutely relentless, calling me all day long with every bit of non. And I should have just blocked their number from the get-go as soon as it started with, oh, I need money for this, but I can't go to rehab till I'll go to rehab tomorrow. If you can just help me with some money, I need $100. No, I'm not going to give. I'm not going to give an active addict $100. I've been there a billion times, asking for the $100. No damn well they're just trying to get high, and then I'll never hear. And I'm sorry, it's not who I'm going to be. But I made the mistake, and usually I just have them, again, that's why I list my email, I'll correspond, but somehow I let them get my phone number, and they just drove me batshit crazy all day. And I find the thing is, I block a number, they call me from another number, So finally, I'm screening my calls, and I'm just letting people, if all my customers have my number, I have their numbers, or I recognize their name and the caller ID. So I get 7 or 8 calls from numbers that I don't recognize, and I just let them leave a voicemail or send me a text. If it's a customer, they're going to reach out to me. And I finally got to me that. But I try not to be that way today because I enjoy the fact that I answer my phone today. But in a situation like that, where it started to get out of control, I finally just said, okay, you know what? Because I felt myself, it was 93 degrees, it's a little muggy today, and I found myself getting a little irritable. And I'm like, absolutely not. I love what I'm doing. There's always going to be these tests. As I step things up further and open myself up more, trying to make a bigger difference and trying to help more people, there's always going to be that, that one that tries to slide on the door and take advantage. And the beauty of it is, guys, is I see it coming a mile away. I mean, it's not like I'm, not like I'm about to get taken advantage of and somebody's going to take money out of me or something, because I won't give it. And that's the thing, guys. I'm the most giving person in the world. I have a little bit of resources put together. I don't mind sharing something with somebody that's in recovery. If I have something that I'm using, health related, that somebody else might get something out of, I'm the first one to say, hey, check this out. I buy extras and I hand them out because I think they're good products, and I love doing that. And I got no problem with that. I'll do that for anybody that'll actually appreciate it. But when it comes to, go get me a gift card because I got my phone turned back on, and no. I'm not the local bank. I'm not the local charity organization. I'm not a trick. And I'm not paying for sex, and I'm not buying gift cards, and and that's what I've been dealing with all day today, because I put myself out a little further than I like to. But again, the beauty of it, guys, is I got to see it coming a mile away, and I don't have to let it ruin my day, and I end up having an absolutely fantastic day. I love and the thing, you guys, I went to the gym, had a great day at the gym. I got a great day at work. I turned in, I won't even get into the personal stuff on that, but it's an absolutely beautiful day. Now, here I am realizing it's July 1st. This is the 4th of July weekend. 2 of my brother's birthdays are this weekend, so we're going to get to go on. One of them's actually going to be traveling with his kids, so we won't be able to get together with him. But I get to get together with my other brother, and for once in my life, guys, rather than sitting around while everybody else is out or doing stuff and being the one to hold down the fort, I'm taking Friday and Saturday off. After I get on my AA meeting on Friday, I'll be posting a video from Cape Cod, because I'm going to find a hotel room, and I'm just going to go to the Cape, and I'm going to go lay on the beach and relax and go have a good time this weekend. Because I can. I love that today. And I enjoy the fact that I can go do that today. And it's the culmination of everything that I'm doing, guys. Life is good today, and I see things coming a mile away, and everything is a spiritual test, and you're always going to have a day where things just get at you. There's going to be extra annoyances, extra aggravation, but that's where you got to have boundaries. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit, guys. Boundaries. It can be very, very tough, because particularly when we're in active addiction, you can't have boundaries, because you have constant needs, and you're always, everything coming sideways, and it's just that that whole shitstorm of addiction. You don't get to have boundaries, because you're the one trying to cross everybody else's boundaries. You don't get to put your own up, or very rarely does anybody. As you get into active recovery, it's very, very important to learn boundaries, and that's something I had to learn. That was one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn, guys, because it's something I've never done, and it's probably why I've never stayed sober for any length of time, because I always let everybody else just run me rampant, and I don't do that today, guys. When I do go out of my way, I invoice it, and I get paid very well for it, and then I no longer it doesn't bother me, because all of a sudden, if I'm getting a little frustrated, all of a sudden I'm writing a bill for $250. I'm like, ooh, that was the easiest $250 I ever made. Geez, that was an easy hour. And it doesn't bother me anymore, guys, because now I know my worth and I'm getting paid for this. One of the things going on today is Doug's brother, who's down on vacation in Brazil. He's got a new house over here, not half a mile up the street from me. And he's asked me to check on, keep an eye on the property. And property man's what I do, no problem. all of a sudden we got a bad smoke detector going off. So by, I think it was 1 o'clock this afternoon, I just got in from up north. I was up in Salisbury looking at a job. And I get a phone call to please go over, and sure enough, all the smoke detectors going off in the house. So I go through and I silence them all, and I find that one in the basement is one going off, but there's no smoke, and there's carbon monoxide reading 0. So I replaced the batteries and I put it back up. I don't even make it to my truck, and the thing's going off again. So I went in the house and I disconnected that one. They all quieted up. I let Vince know that later on today I'll pick one up and replace it. And then all of a sudden I got back here to start my video about 45 minutes ago, and I get a phone call to the fire departments over at Ashland Street. The smoke detectors are all going off again. Now they let themselves in. Fortunately, they didn't do any damage. They found an open window, and they found the master bedroom on the second floor. That one was going off now. So the chances of having 2 bad smoke detectors are highly unlikely. Seeing the house is less than 6 months old, we just rebuilt the whole thing. It's probably going to be a wiring issue. It's probably going to happen again. But I let Vincent know. I said, Vince, understand. What do you want me to do? I can pull them all down and put battery smoke detectors in so they're not all connected, and we can have the house that way. No, we should be okay. And if I get another phone call, it's it's got the family friend discount. I won't charge them $250. It's a quarter up the street, but still, I'm going to charge them $100 a whack every time I run over there. I'm already up $200 on that, and I've been there for about 20 minutes today. If it happens again, I'll do it again, and I'll make more money. And here it is. Here's another one calling in. Today's the day, guys. Today's just the day. I'm not going to answer that one. But here's another knucklehead driving me crazy. They're coming out of the woodwork today. And that's the beauty of it today, guys. Rather than going, oh my God, another one, I just look at my phone and laugh now. I'm like, oh boy, today's going to be the day for it. But that's the difference, guys, because I keep my boundaries up. I keep myself first. I keep the importance of my remaining positive and not being overstressed, and I do whatever I need to do. Because again, I ended up going to the gym nice and early today. I finished up the work I had to do, and it was just nonsense, phone calls all day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go relieve some stress. After I passed the hernia test this morning, so I went over and hit the gym, and I had a fantastic workout. I'm back to full working out now. I tell you what, just taking 2 weeks off because I was getting really to the highest peak of strength I've ever been. I see the difference, and I'm still doing incredibly well, but I'm down a good bit from where I was when I left off, but no problem, because 2 weeks from now I'll be right back to that and probably crossing that barrier. Maybe 3 weeks I'll be crossing the barriers I was at before surgery, and that's the beauty of it, guys. Even when you're sidetracked, delays don't mean failure. Take care of what you got to do and then get back to what's important. It's important to me to get back in the gym and get my routine back, and I'm thrilled to have it back. And it's only been 2 weeks, guys. I was told 4 to 6 weeks, so I'm honored the fact that I'm treating my body so well today that it's responding as well as it is. I don't have a hernia. I don't have any issues. And I'm already back in the gym. And even the doctor couldn't tell me not to. So, no, you're healed up. You look good. As long as it doesn't hurt, go for it. It's a beautiful thing, guys. Guys, we're going to call that lesson today. A lot of people out on vacation for the dry week. Views are a little bit low. Hopefully we get some in this one. But guys, always, I don't care if I get 2 or 3 views a day. I'm going to come back and do these every day anyway. I love each and every one of you guys. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.